Our next guest is just the third coach in Nebraska history to win 9 games in each of his first 5 seasons. We welcome in Nebraska head coach Bo Pelini to the desk. Thank you so much for joining us. This is your first time at ESPN, and the very first show you're doing is First Take.
It is. It's a little nerve-wracking.
I mean, what a way to introduce someone, huh? And you said to me during the break, how do I take all the yelling? It's actually music to my ears. So are you ready to participate?
She can handle it.
Dude, I sit there. Yeah, I sit there when I work out, and I got First Take on, and I sit there and I listen to Skip and Stephen A. screaming at each other every day. You know, it breaks up my day in a good way.
It breaks up your day in a good way. Sounds feels familiar. Skip, go ahead.
Well, by the way, speaking of emotions, you occasionally have had a hard time controlling yours on the sideline, which I must admit, I enjoy watching. I will tune into Nebraska games just to watch you coach. Now, you're a very good football coach in and of yourself, but have there been times, we're seeing some of the video now, when you've looked at video of yourself, and is it fair to say you cringe occasionally at, wow, I almost lost it there, I did lose it there?
You know, I've gotten better over the years. You grow into it, and you learn how to, channel your emotions the right way. You know, it's you can't change who you are, and the passion, and the emotion that comes with it, your personality and all that. But you grow into it, and you learn how to channel it in the right direction, and you grow into the position. I've been fortunate, that Coach Osborne, helped me a lot as far as in my first couple of years as a head coach.
Coach, is there an excessive amount of pressure that comes with you trying to channel it in the right direction, considering the day and age we live in? Social media, everything gets, cameras are everywhere. That added pressure, being with the spotlight, such an extreme spotlight being placed on coaches, not just players on a collegiate level. Is there, does that make you sort of modify it or try to modify it a little bit? Is that an extra incentive?
I think it's just a realization, knowing that you got to live your life, really, on the sideline, really, and off the field. Like, you always got to figure if a camera's on you. And you have to know that and with the political correctness that's out there and all the things that are going on, things that maybe were acceptable 6, 7, 8 years ago, it isn't the way it is in this day and age. And you can sit there and fight it, or you can accept it and understand that that's the world we live in right now, and that you just got to watch yourself at all times, and you got to channel it in the right direction. And I'm one that holds my players accountable, and I think there's a time when a kid needs a good talking to, but the reality of it is, if you do it in such a way that somebody doesn't like it, then you're going to hear about it. So you just got to understand that you're the face of the program, and in some cases the face of a university, and you got to keep that in mind all the time.
Speaking of that, we've talked on this show about Johnny Manziel. You have a Johnny football in his own right in Taylor Martinez. Make a case for us that Taylor could have an even better year than Johnny has this year.
Well, it's interesting. Taylor's been around on the scene now, going on his 4th year as a starter, and seems like he's been around forever, but he's played a lot of football. He's come a long way. To some extent, Taylor made a huge jump from his sophomore to his junior year. I mean, not even close as far as his technique, everything he's doing.
Throwing football.
Become a great football player. Yeah. We always knew he could put the ball on the ground and put the ball in the end zone in a hurry, but the way he threw last year, his accuracy, he came a long way. And if he takes that kind of jump that I expect him to take between his junior and senior year, he can do it all. I mean, I think that unfortunately, there are some people out there in the media and some critics and stuff who still see him as the quarterback he was 2 and 3 years ago, and that just isn't the case. He came a long way, and if he becomes more efficient, which I think is what makes a quarterback great, and as far as letting the offense come to him rather than trying to make a scoring play every time he gets under center, then I think that he'll make the jump necessary to go into that elite level.
And if he does, could you see him in the Heisman race?
I don't see why not. I mean, it all comes down to whether we're able to win enough football games, because that with winning comes, that's when the individual awards happen.
All right, Bo Pelini, thank
you
so much.
Coach, I'm wondering as you watch.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Steve.
one more question, Coach. I'm wondering, as you watch Taylor Martinez run the football, the guy rushed for 1,019 yards last season. Whether it's Johnny Manziel, whether it's on a pro level with an RG3, a Colin Kaepernick, a Russell Wilson, some of the things that we've seen them do. Do you think the kind of stuff we witnessed last year is also going to help Taylor Martinez, really perform even better this time around? Because his game seems to fit that kind of mold is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I think Taylor's come along at the right time. That's kind of the way that's the way it's going in sport, and not just college football, but in the NFL. And Taylor fits that mode. And I think that what people are seeing about Taylor now is that we all know what he can do. I mean, he'll break records when he gets to the combine as far as running the 40 and showing what he can do with his legs. Oh yeah, he's fast.
Like what? 4?
He's 4.3.
3. Okay.
He's fast. And but what he's showing, he has the arm strength and he has the talent to really make any throw there is out there. And I think as he continues to grow and he just continues to work in his decision making, people are going to see he can go a long way as a quarterback. And I think there's always that debate: is he an NFL quarterback? I coached in that league for 9 years, and I have a pretty good understanding of what it takes. And there's no question in my mind he's going to play at the NFL.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
All right, Bo Pelini, head coach at Nebraska. Thank you so much. Let's go over this really quickly. Practice is Monday, so good luck with that. I'm looking at your schedule. You have Wyoming first game, Southern Miss, then UCLA. UCLA, you're afraid, huh?
UCLA is, we went out there last year and
handled it.
Didn't finish the way we wanted to, so we're looking forward to the Bruins coming in. But they're a good football team.